living under Iron Curtain brings its limitations to the table. And let's not put the blame on the government. It's a necessity. If Soviet citizens would be allowed to freely travel and explore the outside world, they would be immediately corrupted and seduced by the insidious capitalistic West. In simple terms, they would run away. All of them. Once you give people a chance to see what life in capitalism really is, they for some strange reason momentarily forget their socialistic woes and find themselves changing their place of habitat as soon as possible. So in these circumstances, Iron Curtain is a logical thing to do, otherwise all the cattle will run away and our bright communist leaders will have no one to rule and build their communism together with. Openly prohibiting people from traveling was not very wise, and though the propaganda was shouting at the top of their lungs how terrible the life is outside the communism, actual measures were created from letting people flee the foreign foes. Say hello to exit visa. To get it, you first had to go around to all your supervisors, from the foreman to the director, and get signatures that they had no objection for you to travel. Any refusal to sign and you're staying home. In addition to the letters, you needed to get approval of the party workers in the party bureau of the enterprise. Even if your application and signatures make their way to the bureau, it admits and approves documents only once a month. Plus, you don't have any guarantee that your request will be met. Maybe your characteristic lacks the mention of devotion to the ideals of the party? You're not going anywhere. Someone in your family said something unflattering about the regime 50 years ago, you're definitely not going anywhere. Even if the bureau approves the application, you have to take it higher, to the district committee of the Communist Party of the city, which finally decides whether to issue you an exit visa or not. At the meeting, you might be examined if you know enough about the history of the party or USSR, and if the committee doesn't see you fit, you're not going anywhere. But let's imagine you managed to find some money, went through all kinds of bureaucratic hell, maybe had a good friend in the commission, or you paid a bribe and got your permission to travel. Finally. But you cannot just take and go for a walk in a foreign country. Tourism in other countries has always been strictly allowed only as a group travel. The KGB escort also goes with the group and makes detailed reports on how someone behaved, and then passes those reports on to the party. By the way, at the airport itself, your internal passport was confiscated by the militia, and you could be taken off the flight for any reason. In fact, with so many hurdles and bureaucratic torture, only selected Communist Party nomenclature workers and athletes who wanted to be shown off to the world could go abroad. For the average person, it was off the limits. Dear comrades, we are a young channel that needs your support. Consider pressing all those mundane buttons, and remember, Grandpa Joseph is watching you.